Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Volvo Christian, and also welcome to this XC comparison. This will be a comparison between this XC40 and the XC60 in the background. But before we start on the comparison, we do have to admire the beautiful autumn colors in the background. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Just look at these colors. Sadly, Volvo aren't a huge fan of these colors, because they are working on a 50 shades of grey palette for their cars, like this one. This is another shade of grey, that's called Thunder Grey. And Volvo have removed basically all colors they have, with the Passion Red, Bursting Blue, Power Blue, Flamenco Red, Fusion Red. And they have also removed this beautiful denim blue from the XC40. And soon it will also be probably gone for other models as well, to complete their 50 shade of grey philosophy. I would much rather have this XC60 in one of these autumn colors. Red, orange, yellow would look absolutely amazing on this XC60 in the R design, or dark theme as they call it. But that was a little digression. But let's now start the comparison between these two SUVs from Volvo. Both of these cars are press cars that I have been lending and are lending from Volvo Car Norway. So a huge thanks to them for providing these cars to me, so that I can do my test and do my reviews. So this is a XC40 Model 22 Recharge P8. I'm gonna deliver that back to Volvo Car Fornebu now. And this I have just picked up, Model 23 XC60 Recharge T8. No, excuse me, T6. So a plug-in hybrid T6 with a system power of 350 horsepower. And the XC40 has 408. But this is all electric and this is a plug-in hybrid. And the price difference here in Norway are actually quite substantial. The XC40 here are priced just over 600,000, and this XC60 in the ultimate spec with most of the equipment is priced just shy of 1 million. I will put in the correct prices under on both cars as they were when ordered. And this XC60 has basically everything. It's missing the air suspension that I would add, and it's missing the Bowers & Wilkins stereo, and maybe also another seat upholstery or style I would go for. But anyway, it's a huge price difference. It's not probably the same in your country. Depends on if you go for the petrol or plug-in hybrid for the XC40 and how the tax system are. But here in Norway, it's a huge price difference. But let's look at the technical details. So the length of the XC40 are 4 meters and 44, and the XC60 are 4 meters and 68. So there's a 24 centimeters increase in length. And 16 of these centimeters are actually down to the wheelbase. So you get an extended wheelbase on the XC60 by 16 centimeters. And the rest are just the overhang in front and rear. You also get a bigger boot, better interior compartment for your passengers and drivers. And if we talk about ground clearance, now you have to remember that this is the electric, because the non-electric has a ground clearance of 21 centimeters, but this electric one has a ground clearance of 17.5. The XC60 on the other hand has 21 centimeters. And if you have the air suspension, you can also increase that, and it will also slightly decrease. But it's 21, that's the set for the XC60. If we look at the luggage areas, just use my kick. It's now packed up with my luggage. I will put in the measurement of my huge suitcase. It couldn't fit the other way. It was just missing like 1 to 2 centimeters here on the edge in order for the hatch to close. So I had to put it the opposite way. And I have my camera gear. But the luggage compartment in the XC40 are stated to 452 liters. There's also a little area under. You can also listen to the beautiful motorbike sound. Let's open up this XC60. Here you see bigger space. This is stated to 505 liters for the non-plug-in hybrid, but for the plug-in hybrid it's 468. So 452 and 468. It sounds like basically the same, but remember that they measure up to the window point. You will get slightly more in the XC60 because you have more space actually than the XC40. I can put in, if I manage to do that in this video, put in 2 videos where I took a luggage test with these 2 cars. I can see if I can make it. If I can't make it, then you can have to scroll down in my Instagram, not Instagram, in my YouTube page to see the videos where I took the luggage test. But long story short, I got 2 more suitcases in the XC60 compared to the XC40. I can also put in the width of the cars. I don't remember that on top of my head. I think it's 186 on the XC40. Just don't remember the XC60. But anyways, that was the luggage area. Let's close it up and look at another of the main differences. Because the wheelbase, also the increased size of the XC60 and therefore the longer wheelbase are one of the biggest differences. Bigger car, obviously, XC40 versus XC60, so you get a bigger car. But also the increased wheelbase gives a more comfortable ride. The longer wheelbase, the more comfortable over the small uneven surfaces and bumpy roads. But let's just open up so we can look at the car on the interior. Let's see if we can do this. So here we have the XC40, the door cars. You see, very practical, very spacious. There's a ton of room here, and it's wrapped in this fabric material, also in the bottom. And the inside of this are plastic, but it's very good noise insulation when you put things there. And then we have the rest of the cabin. Let's see if I can, pretty good storage facilities here in the center console. We also have some decor elements that continues slightly over to the doors, at least the front doors. But if we then open the XC60 carefully without touching, yep. And then we can look at the XC60. You see here in the XC40 we have a decor panel, but just the front doors. In the XC60 we don't have any decor panels. But we have the contrast stitching here on the leather or the non-leather. Not so spacious door pockets. And also this is plastic. There's a fabric on the inside. And then we have a rubberized mat. Oh, what? Okay, it used to be a rubberized mat. Maybe they have removed it. it should be a rubberized mat that you can take out. Maybe they have already taken that out. I'll have to look in the other doors. That was quite weird. Or maybe Volvo have decided to cut even more. But have they removed that for the 23 model? If they did, that just tops it. Holy crap. What? Yeah, plastic. What? I had a rubberized mat. And you see there's also a little a crease here in order to slide under. Wow, have they removed that one? How many pennies did they save on that one? The rubberized mat was so easy to take out and clean, and it's also good for noise insulation. But apparently they have removed it. Cost savings for the win, apparently. But you can now look at the other elements. We see the Harman Kardon, the grab handles with the lock and unlock, memory buttons versus the XC40. But then if we look into the interior, familiar interior for me. I've owned both the XC90, XC60, S90 and V60 with this similar layout, and I love this layout. You see, Volvo have removed even more things. It used to be a adjustment dimmer here for the screens, and that's been removed. It's now placed into the screen. I'm not a fan of putting more and more things into the screen, but if we get back to my point, we're gonna have to compare these cars. You see, the XC60, they offer a leather wrapped dashboard for increased luxury feeling and premium. You see also it stretches just on top here with the contrast stitching. So a gorgeous leather wrapped dashboard. That's not available in the XC40. The seats are also different. These are the sport seats, but in the XC60 there's possible to get a ventilated comfort seat that also offers massage, and that's not available in the XC40. Let's see if I can zoom out. No, that was not so easy. So the seats are better in the XC60, and you can also upgrade them. Here it's just this style. This is the leather style. You can also get it in like a nubuck material that I had in the C40. That's nubuck here, and you can also get a tailored wool option. And this is the Agnes leather, so slightly rougher than the Nappa leather that you get in the XC60. But in the XC60 you can, as I said, upgrade it to the Nappa leather, as this one has softer leather. If we look at the, just close these doors. If we look at the rear compartment, let's see if I can do this. Now I got my cooler box here because there's no 12-volt socket in the luggage area, and it's packed with my suitcase. See, pretty spacious for your passengers, and they can also enjoy the panoramic roof. If we try to open the XC60 doors, let's see, yeah. Well, also pretty spacious. Let's see if I can get it more up. See here, pretty spacious. Really good seats. And here we have the climate vents on the side. But in the XC40 we have it in the center console. So the biggest difference for me while stepping from XC40 to XC60 are the increased comfort with the longer wheelbase, the bigger car, and also it feels better in the interior. You have the leather wrapped dashboard to give it a more premium sensation, You can also upgrade the seats, and it's also worth mentioning that in the 60 series and up you can get the Bowers & Wilkins stereo. That's not available in the 40 series. Sadly, this press car don't have the Bowers & Wilkins, they just have the Harman Kardon. But what would be your pick? XC40 versus XC60? Maybe I should also add that the XC40 for model year 23 will get the pixel LEDs, same as the C40, but the 60 series and 90 series haven't gotten the pixel LEDs, but they have something that's called active dynamic lights. So same kind of functionality, that it will dim out oncoming cars or cars you have in front of you. It's just more advanced and can dim out more cars with the XC40 and C40 with the pixel. So that's basically bigger car, more comfort, better or more luxurious interior, but much of that are additional extra. So like the leather wrap dashboard, you have to pay extra for that one, and also if you want to upgrade the seats. So nothing's free. And in driving comfort, there's also a huge difference, especially if you have the air suspension. I love the XC60 on air suspension. I'm not so big fan of without. So it will be interesting to see how these two will compare. Because tomorrow I will be driving the XC60 back to Bergen, and yesterday I drove the XC40 to Oslo here. So I can get a perfect head-to-head. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Please share your thoughts on what car you would pick and why. Would love to know. So thank you for watching this video, and as always I really appreciate it. Like, comment, and if you also consider subscribing to my page. So that's it for this time. Take care and bye bye.